everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane, and I also am as surprised as you are that I'm starting pretty close on time. However, I also just realized that I screwed something up, which is I neglected to adjust my video settings before starting the stream. So I guess that's what we're going to do now. We're going to adjust that just a little bit more, and then we're going to go in here and let's see, then we do that, and then we do that, and then this is probably going to look weird for a minute because it's going to do that and that and that. That looks okay, and that's not horrible. All right, so we're going to leave it there. Hi, off to a great start here. So yes, to thank you anyone who is tuning in right now. It looks like there are at least a few folks who are with us live. So I'm grateful for all of you. And yes, so we are going to play around with the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game in just a little bit. We are going to start with a song of my choosing, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the series that we have already begun in terms of songs that I am selecting. But in case you're wondering, or if you're watching this on the replay, you're saying, or someone sent you this link and you're like, I don't know why I'm watching this thing. The way we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, which we're going to do in just a few minutes, is as follows. People who are live online with us, or potentially people who have accosted me previously, and somewhere I have a bag of pre-submitted requests, which I may have to go get. I wonder where it is. Great. Anyway, the way we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game is people give me song suggestions, song requests, and I have to play the songs regardless of whether I know them. Oh, okay. So Margot, hi Margot. Sounds like the audio is currently working for her, although it was not working initially. I'm glad it's working for you now. Yes, people give me song requests, song suggestions, and I have to play them regardless of whether I know the song that was requested. If someone requests a song that I do happen to know, I will perform that song to the best of my recollection. If someone requests a song that I sort of know, like I've heard it before, but I've never actually tried to play it, I will try to figure out as much of that song as possible here in front of everyone. If I do not recognize the requested song at all, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. Now is a great time for you to get in your song requests if you happen to have one. You have a few minutes. You have a few minutes to figure that out if you don't yet have one in mind. So you can absolutely do that in the time that we have available. All right. So I think things are functioning, but we're gonna find out. Oh, good. Looks like that is maybe okay. Fine. All right. Yay. Anyway, so the song that I have prepared in the series that we're actually already into, I am choosing songs that I have worked out some sort of arrangement of before. I've played these songs before, but in a lot of cases I haven't played them in a long time. I haven't played any songs in a long time because I've been taking a break from musical endeavors for just a little bit. Some even longer than that are things I haven't played in a while. So this is a way to get these songs back under my fingers, to start to play them again, refresh my memory, and in some cases add new bits to them, which using things I hadn't thought of before or instruments I was not using earlier. If you have seen me perform in person at any point in 2022? Yeah, I was doing some shows in 2022. A few, anyway. In 2022 or 2021, chances are good that if you saw me in person, somewhere in the set list was the song Peaceful Easy Feeling by the Eagles. And I was going to use that, and I thought, no, I'm going to make it just a little bit more challenging, and I'm going to do another Eagles song, which I used to play, but which I haven't played in quite a while. So it was great to get this back up into working shape. The song is what I just learned when I was researching for this. It happens to be the Eagles' debut single. Any guesses? Actually, probably people already know from what the thumbnail was. peaceful, easy feeling. Stirred. Oh, that's an excellent request, Margot. We'll see what we can do. So yes, now we're going to do Take It Easy. Take It Easy is the debut single from the Eagles. I have so many things to say about this song, but first let's see if we can actually play it. That note's going to be important in a minute. All right, I think we got it. Speaking of Margot, the other day when I happened to run into Margot, I said, yeah, I have the show coming up, but I'm a little under-rehearsed for what I need to do. And Margot's like, well, how is that any different from usual? Fair. That is an absolutely fair point. So, yes, this show has never been about perfection. It has been about entertaining failures and also proceeding with whatever you have in front of you and finding a way to make it work. Take It Easy by the Eagles. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stole me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your old wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up, we still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy. Standing on a corner of Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby. Don't say maybe. I need to know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose and we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. Take it easy. Lord, I got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. So hard to find. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your old wheels make you crazy. Come on, baby. Don't say I need to know your sweet love is gonna save me. Got it easy. Oh, we got it easy. Not terrible. Not terrible, and that is indeed the standard that we strive for here on the Coltrane Tuesdays show. The bit of that I was particularly nervous about was the harmonica, which I didn't spend nearly enough time practicing on, but it actually came out okay. I think I probably didn't have the balance between the guitar and the vocal quite right, but that is okay. Margot asks, take it easy. Oh my, I had no idea. Didn't Jackson Browne do it? Yes. As a matter of fact, yes. This is a wonderful story about how the song happened to come about. Jackson Browne had written the first verse and the first chorus, and had gotten as far as, well, I'm a standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. And he got stuck. He and Glenn Frey of the Eagles had been maybe living in the same apartment building or something like that. They definitely had been going to the same sorts of open mics and kept running into each other. Jackson Browne had been working on the song. He played the snippet of it. That was done for Glenn. Glenn's like, oh man, that's awesome. That's great. Are you going to put that on your album? And Jackson Browne's like, well, it's not really there yet, so And he's like, so can we put it on our album? And he's like, well, but it's not done yet. And so Glenn Frey was bugging Jackson Browne for a period of time to say, hey, is the song done yet? Because we really want to run with it. And eventually Jackson Browne's like, you know what? If you want to take a crack at it, go for it. And he did. And Jackson Browne reportedly was very happy with what the Eagles ended up doing with it. The production on the song also is really, there's a lot going on there in terms of the different vocal parts, different people coming in with different harmonies at different times. The banjo, which I didn't even notice the first probably dozen or so times that I heard the song. I believe the banjo comes in at the solo, at the main guitar solo, and it actually stays with the song for the rest of the song. That was an idea from one of the producers, and yeah, absolutely. So lots of cool stuff there. Jackson Browne did subsequently put out a version on his album, I think as a lead track on his next album, whichever that one that was at the time. But the Eagles, in fact, were the ones who got it on vinyl first, and their very first single. And they've played it at almost every show since. And there's all sorts of weirdness in terms of who's in the band and who's out of the band, and drama between members and other people coming in, and people like, no, I don't want to deal with that guy, and leaving, and then band breaking up, and then people getting back together for a video by, I think, Travis Tritt, where he was doing a cover of, Take It Easy, as a matter of fact, and he got a bunch of members of the Eagles in the same room together for the first time in a very, very long time, which led to a reunion, and there's all sorts of stuff still happening today. But yes, lots of interesting bits with the band and with that particular song, and I very much enjoyed going down that particular rabbit hole and learning about that. So there you go. Take It Easy by the Eagles. Let me see if I'm missing anything else that people have been saying here or remarking. It looks like things are still working. Thanks very much, Margot. I'm glad you're, yes, no, you weren't making that up. You weren't making that up. In fact, there is very much a Jackson Browne connection with the song. The other thing I will mention, the town of Winslow, Arizona, obviously very famously name-checked in that particular song, went ahead and embraced it. There was a statue that was commissioned that's on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, Route 66, going through Winslow, Arizona. There's a statue of a guy with a guitar looking out onto the road, and there's a trompe-l'oeil, if you want to be French about it, a very realistic mural on the wall behind it, make it look like a storefront with glass that reflects a woman slowing down to take a look at this guy on the corner. In an upstairs window, there's an eagle perched on the windowsill, and subsequently a statue of Glenn Frey was added, looking on to the gentleman who is being checked out by the girl in the flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at him. So there you go. All sorts of cool stuff with Take It Easy by the Eagles. And with no further ado, it is now time to enter the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game portion of today's show. We already have a request from Margot, but if there's another request that comes in, I'm totally willing to see if we can accommodate both somehow. In case you missed the top of the show, the way that we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game is people give me a song request and I have to play that song regardless of whether I happen to know it. So people might request a song that I know, in which case I will do my best to recall how to play it, and then we'll perform it to the best of my ability, which may be minimal, but we'll see. If people request a song that I sort of know, like I've heard a bunch of other people play it, I will then attempt to figure out how to play it here in front of everyone. If I do not recognize the name of the requested song at all, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. Alright, so the request is for Stirred Up, Bob Marley and the Wailers. That is a great, great song. It is a wonderful request, Margot. And now I get to see how much of it I can put together. I actually have figured out how to play that song, or at least the main bit of that song. No, I think I figured out how to play all of that song on bass. So I'm first going to see if I can figure out how to make that work. I'm not sure if that's actually the correct key, but I think I could actually sing it in that key. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. No, 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 come on and stir it up, little darling, stir it up. I have no idea what the verses are. So in the spirit of the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, we will be making up verses. And I think this is an appropriate one to use the loop pedal for. I haven't spent a lot of time, I've spent a decent amount of time listening to bass lines on reggae and trying to figure out how that fits. I've done a decent amount of time doing guitar stuff with reggae. I've spent very little time thinking about the drums in reggae. When Beth watches this, she'll be like, "Oh my God, it's so simple. How could you not figure this out?" But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. That'll work. You know, I think that's probably enough. That's probably enough to get this work. Versus Margot also has no idea. It occurs to me that just the title "Stirred Up" is an apt follower or preceder, a lead into "Take It Easy." It was a crossword constructor Oh, if you were a crossword constructor, there might be seeds of a puzzle theme there. Stir it up, take it easy. They're sort of, kind of, like if you're stirring up trouble is sort of the opposite of taking it easy. I think, while I'm not knowing precisely what any of the lyrics are other than basically the chorus of Stir It Up, I think both of them are basically about getting it on. Or the hopes of a romantic or sexual encounter. I think that's actually what Bob Marley is talking about when he says "stir it up." Yeah. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Ha! That won't work because I need to do this first. I'm as surprised as you are this is working. Alright, I think we have the bones of it well enough. It's not going to get any better the more I fuss with it. I need to figure out what I'm going to sing for the lyrics, which I think is basically, come on, let's get it on. Alright. More than steer it up, little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Riding together, just the way we should be. I like to see you stirring your coffee or tea when we hang out in the morning. Such a beautiful light, and the sunlight in your eyes. Such a beautiful sight. Come on, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, come on, let's steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Whenever I see you, such a lovely time, I would give you all the nickels and all the dimes just to be with you. night and day. Just forget the world. Just stay in my room and say, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. I feel pretty decent about that, I'll be honest. So thank you very much, Margot, for that particular request. It was handy that I happen to know the bass line for that, especially since the bass line is one of the most distinctive parts of that particular song by Bob Marley and the Wailers, the great Bob Marley and the Wailers. Very, very cool. So thank you very much for that. Thanks very much to Margot and anyone else who has happened to be here hanging out live online with us. But thanks also to anybody who's watching this on the replay in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, it's not going to get any better than that, so I better quit while I'm ahead. Thanks so much again for watching. If you can, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. There's a little bell thing you can hit to get notifications whenever I happen to be going online. And it's pretty much just this Tuesday. Tuesdays at 12:30 is pretty much the only time I'm going to bother you with that. But if you've got other stuff going on, you need a nice reminder to make, oh hey, I'm in the middle of my lunch break. That's a cool thing I can watch and hang out with this wonderful community of people online who like to watch this guy make a fool of himself in his attic stairwell. Yes, by all means, please subscribe. You can follow on the Facebook and on the Instagram and on the YouTube and all of the things. And I will continue to be here for the foreseeable future here on your Coltrane Tuesdays at 12:30 in the afternoon. So please, hope to see you again. My name's Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you next time.